You have to be careful about these 3 things before buying a gaming PC in 2025. If you get them wrong, you most likely will suffer from stutters and FPS drops, which is what you want to avoid when buying a new gaming PC. Today, I'll tell you exactly how to pick the right gaming PC for your budget and needs, and on top of that, if you don't want to learn about PC components, I'll give you specific Prebuilt PC and PC builds recommendation for different budgets. The links for those PCs will be down below in the video description with the latest prices and availability. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. So the first, and in my opinion, one of the most important things that you need to know is that you need to find the right CPU and GPU combo for your needs. No matter the type of PC that you want to get, whether it's a Prebuilt PC or a PC build, this is going to be crucial. And trust me when I say, when you buy a new gaming PC, the last thing that you want is a CPU bottleneck. A CPU bottleneck means that your CPU is holding your GPU back. If your CPU is weak, but your GPU is amazing, then you are creating this bottleneck. Let's say you have an RTX 4080 graphics card, which is an amazing GPU, very high end, but then you have an i3 12100F CPU, which is a low end processor. In this case, the CPU will not be able to send the game data to your GPU fast enough. So even if you have a powerful GPU like the RTX 4080, it needs to wait for the CPU to send the game data. That way the graphics card can render the frames. On the other hand, if your CPU is too fast for your GPU, this is called a GPU bottleneck. And even though it's not as bad as the CPU bottleneck, you always want to have a balanced combo. In this case, if your CPU is too fast for your GPU, then your game will run as fast as the GPU allows. So upgrading your graphics card will lead you to more performance. For example, let's say you have the Ryzen 7 9800X3D, which is the fastest CPU in the entire market today, and you pair it with the NVIDIA RTX 4060. The NVIDIA RTX 4060 is more of a low-end to mid-range graphics card that's nice for 1080p resolution gaming. But if you have the fastest CPU in the market and this graphics card, it is not going to be good value, because for the same price, you can get a lower tier CPU and a much better graphics card, and this will give you higher performance in most games. So how do you avoid getting the wrong CPU and GPU combo? First, you need to know your priorities. If you want to play all type of games, high demanding games and esports shooters, everything, then you want to get the best graphics card that your budget allows, and then you want to get a CPU that's good enough not to bottleneck it. If you play esports games or high CPU demanding games, then in that case, the CPU will be more important as well, so I do recommend you upgrading your CPU and getting a strong one depending on your FPS goals and monitor resolution. And then for content creation and production work, this is the only time where the graphics card does not matter as much and the CPU matters quite a lot. So in this case, I recommend you getting the right CPU for your main task and then getting a graphics card that will not bottleneck it. And if you want to find the best CPU and GPU combos for your budget and needs, I recently made a video on the best combos for gaming in 2025, so you can go ahead and watch that one. I will leave it in the top right corner of the screen. The second thing that you need to know before buying a gaming PC is that you must buy a PC according to your monitor resolution. Whether you have a monitor right now or you don't, you need a PC that's going to be a perfect fit with your monitor or your potential monitor. Because trust me when I say, if you spend $3,000 on a gaming PC with the RTX 4090 and the fastest components in the entire market, but you have a 1080p resolution monitor, then you are essentially wasting your money. Sure, you will be getting 1000 FPS in Minecraft or in games like Valorant, but why does that matter if the monitor resolution is not 1000 Hz? And then if you want to play high demanding titles like Cyberpunk 2077 or just any story game, you want the best visual quality in those type of games, and having a 1080p resolution monitor is not ideal, especially when you have a high-end computer. On the other hand, you can have the best 4K monitor out there, but if you end up buying a gaming PC that's designed for 1080p resolution gaming, you will be suffering from low FPS and the level of gaming performance will be a complete mess. So yes, monitor bottlenecks exist, and this will be determined mainly by your graphics card. So if you have an RTX 4060 level of gaming performance or below, I recommend you getting a 1080p resolution monitor. Then if you have an RTX 4070 Ti Super or RX 7900 XT level of performance or below, I recommend you getting a 1440p gaming monitor. And if you have anything above the RTX 4070 Ti Super or RX 7900 XT, you can go ahead and buy a 4K monitor. Now, this is not 100% accurate because with the 4070 Ti Super, for example, you can play at 4K, and with the 4060, you can also play at 1440p depending on the game and depending on the settings. So this is just a general rule of thumb. And then the third thing that is very important for you to know before buying a gaming PC is that you need to buy according to your favorite games. Now, this might be obvious, but many people get it wrong, and I got it wrong in the past. You see higher end graphics cards like the RTX 4080 or RX 7900 XTX, and you see all these benchmarks and you think that you need more. And the reality is that you don't actually need more. If you play a game, for example, like Fortnite, and that's your main game, you don't need to spend $3,000 to get an RTX 4090 or $2,000 to get an RTX 4080. And even if you play high demanding games, if you play at 1440p or 1080p, you don't even need those 4080 or 4090 type of level of gaming performance. And then if you play at 1080p resolution, you definitely do not need to spend anything more than $1,200, whether it's a pre-built PC or a PC build. So it happened to me before. It's very easy to fall into this trap of wanting more, but again, buy according to your favorite games. Search for benchmarks with different graphics cards and CPUs in your favorite titles, different settings, and buy the combo that's going to give you a comfortable level of gaming performance for you. As an extra point, which you probably know by now, if you're deciding between getting a gaming PC build or getting a pre-built PC, we all know that PC builds, so building it yourself, is going to be cheaper and will give you better performance, so it's better in terms of price to performance. But do not get overwhelmed by all the media and the people around you telling you that you should build a PC yourself, because quite frankly, if you don't want to go through the process of building yourself, maybe you don't have the time or you just don't want to build it yourself, that is completely fine. And in that case, a pre-built PC might be your best option. Just keep in mind that to get a pre-built PC that's going to perform the same as the PC build that you want, is going to be more expensive for the most part, and the amount of money that you need to spend will depend on the exact pre-build that you want to get. And by the way, I always recommend you learning about PC components before buying a gaming PC, but if you don't want to do that, that's completely fine as well. Not everyone has the time to learn or wants to learn, so in that case, don't worry about it, because down below in the video description, I will leave the best pre-built PCs for every budget and every resolution. And if you're looking for a PC build, so you're looking to build one yourself, in the middle of the screen you will find two videos, one for the best PC builds for all budgets and resolutions, and the other one for pre-built PCs, in case you want to know why I picked those pre-built PCs. And if you have any questions regarding your next gaming PC, in the top link in the description you can find my personal one-on-one PC help. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.